Massive game, Rohan, this week. I mean, it certainly wouldn't be over if you didn't win, if you got beat on Sunday. But you put yourself in a great position if you got the win to maybe move back into the fore.
Yeah, we treat every game like it's gold, you know. Do our best every week, so it's a great challenge this week. We'll be huge underdogs, obviously, and everyone else will be expecting only one result. But we've got a lot of belief in the group, and we realise we need to improve on last week's performance, and we'll be doing that.
Yeah. Do you actually take some confidence by the way you played against them in front of a big TV audience at the Summer Bash? Probably the best performance of the season perhaps that day, even though you lost late on. Yeah,
so I've heard that it was probably the best performance of the year. You know, it's the best performance since I've been here. So yeah, there's certainly a bit of confidence there, but from that game. But you know, form is temporary. It's about building it this weekend and coming up with a good performance. You know, no one else's form matters come kick-off time.
Yeah, you're obviously aware, Rohan, of the significance of finishing in that top four, aren't you? How important it is. It's almost unthinkable, isn't it, for a club of Bradford Bulls size not to be in that four at the end of the year. That's what the fans are saying. That's what we're saying. What do you say?
I say we've got a big game this weekend, and we work hard to get the 2 points this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Well, in terms of the injuries, has Charnock gone back to Saints now with his injury, or his loan up anyway?
He's been assessed yesterday, and it's not as significant as first thought, the injury. So he's unavailable for selection. He's gone into Saints today to get some treatment and stuff, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, any lads coming back from injury? Sounds like there might be some coming back maybe.
Yeah, I think Dale Ferguson he'll be close this weekend. Hami Luaki and Alberson will be back in contention as well this weekend.
Caro, Williams.
Yeah, they weren't selected last week, but they're fit and healthy.
Oscar Thomas.
Yeah, Oscar was close to playing last weekend. He'll be back in contention this weekend for sure.
Yeah, what about Cloughie with his shoulder?
He won't be playing this week, no.
Rohan, disappointing defeat against Halifax. What's the mood in the camp been this week? Have the players sort of like intensified their training ahead of the big one against Leigh?
We've been training well over a period of time, and I feel like it's though that quality training still counts. Even if the performance doesn't always reflect it on the weekend, it accumulates, and eventually it can end up with some significant impact. So. Disappointing performance, definitely. We were very honest and addressed some issues on Monday. As of the end of review, though, I told everyone to move past it, get on with it, take ownership of your own errors, and let's build for the week ahead. We can't look back.
Rohan, it's a big game against Leigh. You know, we always saying that it's a big game, and you know it's a big game. Certainly Leigh unbeaten in 18 games in the Championship. You as a head coach, you know there'll be a big following from the Bulls. You know, these are the games you relish.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the contest, and as you said, everyone will be expecting Leigh to go through the motions and get another win, but we'll be putting our best foot forward to see if we can do something about that.
Obviously, I'm not sure if Joe Keys is going to play at the weekend, but you know you've been boosted now by the signing of Joe Keys. What can he bring to the Bradford Bulls?
Yeah, Joe's looking for an opportunity to grow his career. He won't be in contention for this weekend. He needs some more training time and some game time potentially elsewhere initially to build his own confidence. He's returning from an ankle injury. He's only played one game back, so he needs some more work to do there before he'll be in contention. So he's a young kid of good talent. He's performed well in Super League in previous years, but for whatever reason he's hasn't had many opportunities there in the last little while, so he's looking for a fresh start, and he's a good kid with plenty of talent, so we're looking to put some time into him and see where he can get to.
The fact you've had to sign a half-back, that's not through a fault of yourself, that's from earlier on in the season.
Yeah, I only worry about what I can control, and I can't wind the clock back. As I've said before, I'm constantly on the lookout for players that can improve the quality and the depth of the squad, so that's my job now. I can't look back, and Joe's certainly one for the future more so than the present.
The press, our colleagues down in Australia, they're announcing that we've signed Dane Chisholm from the Canterbury Bulldogs. Can you comment on that?
We haven't yet.
Fair enough, that's fair enough. Obviously you brought in Joe Keys, certainly it's documented, there's a large squad now here. What do you say to the players that perhaps aren't getting the game time? How do you keep them happy?
Honesty, letting them know where they're at in the group, but also making them feel important and putting time into their individual game, spending time working on some areas that need focus, giving them the attention they need in the physical side of things. The preparation is vital to those guys, and making them feel like they're improving even if they're not being selected on the weekend. And
obviously, Leigh, there's some threats there. Travis Burns, Drinkwater, Gareth Hawke. It's going to be tough, it's going to be physical.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, do you think the Bulls are massive underdogs, you were saying? You're probably right, given their position well clear of Bradford at the top of the league.
Yeah, I'm only going off what everyone else says. I don't really care, to be honest. I go into every game feeling like you got to earn the right. I don't look at the table. I know where Leigh are. I don't need to check that part. They're a good team. Lots of, very experienced, highly talented, well decorated players in their group. So they're the games that you want to play. Where it's a big challenge.
You've won 3 out of your last 4 games. Do you think you've got momentum heading into this game?
We've got some decent form in recent time, and even parts of that Halifax game, I thought we had some good attack and posed a bit of threat, particularly coming out our own end. We created a few opportunities. I think form's temporary. I think momentum's temporary. It can change very quickly, in either direction. So I think you've seen in this division, and even in the middle eights last year, form wasn't necessarily a factor. It was all about who played well on a given weekend.
Where do you see this game being won or lost?
Usually on the scoreboard, man.
Tactically?
I think there's lots of parts that make up a performance in rugby league. I think tactics sometimes play a role. Certainly the commitment and the dedication towards being physical is usually where rugby league starts. Tactics come somewhere down the track after that. And obviously there's lots of twists and turns within a game, so there's never one incident. I don't think that not very often one incident determines the result.
A top 4 finish would potentially ensure a game with Leeds or Huddersfield. Does that give you an extra incentive to go and finish in that top 4?
I'm not looking about who we're going to play. That's for the Super League to work out. Should we get there, we'll be happy to play whoever we play. We've just got to worry about one game at a time at this point.
Well, I believe Jean-Philippe Bales left the Bulls now. Is it possible just to get a line from yourself about that? The reason, just the fact that confirming he's left and wishing.
Yeah, JP actually approached me about returning to France. He'd had a lot of injuries over the time, and he approached me about returning home. So I was happy to comply with his request, and the club worked out an arrangement with JP, and he's moved on. He was heading home next year anyway, and he was away from playing with his bicep, so it made sense really.
Yeah, top man.
Just one final point, Rohan. There'll be a huge travelling support from the Bull supporters again. Obviously, they're looking forward to this game. When the players are out there on the field, they can draw off that enthusiasm in the stands and the energy.
Yeah, it's fantastic when the passion that they showed, particularly at that Blackpool experience was unbelievable. I had shivers going up and down my spine when we scored a try. It was quite phenomenal. So the players, they love playing in front of the fans, and they appreciate the opportunity to do that every week. So it'll be great to see them there.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.